quarter begins right now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into the final quarter. I'm Marcus Greaves. There was a lot of nerves, but there was also quite a bit of excitement coming into game one between the Padres and the Dodgers. The Padres were looking to steal game one on the road. The question was, could they do it? Let's roll the tape to Los Angeles. We go. The Friars were trying to get that monkey off their back finally. And unfortunately, it didn't start well in the first inning. Former Padre Trey Turner is going to get the Dodgers on the board first with this solo shot in the left field. Bye-bye baseball. Dodgers go up 1-0. They wanted to keep it going. Still in the first, Max Muncy gets one through the hole at short. That's a base hit for Muncy and an RBI. All of a sudden, the Dodgers are up 2-0 early. LA's Julio Urias was a man on a mission tonight in the third. He gets Hassan Kim and Trent Grisham right there on high fastballs out of the strike zone, then gets Jerks and Profar swinging to end the inning. Urias goes 5 innings, giving up 4 hits and 3 runs while retiring, I should say, 6 Friars. Then in the bottom of the inning, the hits just keep coming for the boys in blue. Will Smith finds the gap in left center field. Turner is going to race home from second. Smith gets the RBI double, and the Dodgers have a 4-0 lead. And unfortunately, that's going to be it for Clevenger. He gives up 5 runs in 2 2/3 innings. That's going to bring Steven Wilson in to stop the bleeding. But unfortunately, Will Myers makes the mistake at first. Cody Bellinger grounds one right his way. He can't handle it. Another run scores. It's 5-0 Dodgers. Yikes. But Will Myers makes up for it in the 5th. He takes Urias deep to left field. That's a homer, baby. Or wait, is it? Dave Roberts calls for the replay to see if there was interference. The ump, he's going to say no, there wasn't, and the Padres are on the board 5-1. They'd get as close as 5-3 on a ground ball and a sac fly, but they couldn't get any closer. Padres lose this one 5-3. They are now down 1-0. So game one is in the books. What did the Friars have to say? How about this? Let's bring in our John Howard, who was live up in L.A. with post-game reaction. John, my man, first of all, I don't know about that shirt, but give us a little insight, brother.
Okay, people have been giving me grief about my shirt all day long. On the earlier shows, I had 2 viewers write me and say, why are you wearing Dodger blue? This isn't Dodger blue. This is USD Torero powder blue and UCSD Triton navy blue. So the Aztec in me is supporting the fellow schools down there in San Diego County. But all kidding aside, obviously a quiet locker room, clubhouse after the game tonight. And amongst them, Mike Clevenger, the starter, he did not accomplish what he wanted to accomplish or what the team was hoping he would. And here was what he had to say after the ball game.
No, I mean, we've been battling some things. And, you know, hats off to the training staff. We've been doing everything under the sun to try to, you know, get right and get this together for this, but you know, just kind of wasn't there tonight. But hats off to the bullpen as well. I mean, they came in and put a stop to all the bleeding, and you know, the bats woke up. It just, you know, I wish I had it at the beginning of the game.
Pitches in the middle of the plate, they take advantage of it. That's kind of what I saw early on with him. He had at times had a good breaking ball, had times he had a good fastball, but they hit his mistakes.
I don't come to the field every day think we're going to lose. We have our guy on the mound tomorrow with Darvish, and you know, he's been our guy the second half, him and Joe. So if anybody gives us an opportunity to win, it's one of them.
You know, it's it's definitely a tough opponent we have over there, but our heads aren't you know, hanging over here. We know what we can do, and we know what we're going to do tomorrow.
You know, Marcus, the guy sounded confident about tomorrow and moving forward in the series. Mike Clevenger, he did not make the trip to New York with the Padres, so he was rested, very rested, just as rested as Julio Urias was for the Dodgers. But Julio Urias pitched very well tonight. Mike Clevenger didn't quite come through.
He did, John. And hey, so I want to talk about this, and let's talk about tomorrow. Yu Darvish is on the mound tomorrow. I want to know what kind of impact you think he can have for the Padres, especially after seeing what Mike Clevenger did today.
Well, I think the silver lining is here, the Dodgers just threw their ace, their best pitcher. The Padres have their 3 best pitchers lined up, ready to go. So with Yu Darvish leading off tomorrow, my gosh, he's thrown at least 6 innings, like 22 straight games. He's very reliable, Mr. Reliable. Then you got Blake Snell and Joe Musgrove, and with those 3 pitchers on the mound for the Padres, things should be optimistic for the Friars. But again, you got to knock off these other 3 pitchers for the Dodgers, who are also very good with ERAs in the 2s and the 3s. So it's going to be a challenge for those Padres. But Yu Darvish on the mound tomorrow is a great send for the Friars.
Awesome. John Howard, thank you so much for your not just reporting, but, man, for explaining with the shirt, man. I know everyone's going to understand. Hey, thank you so much, John. We'll talk to you later.